Every day, thousands of Central Floridians lack the basic necessities they need to survive. Every day, children are going to bed hungry, families are losing their homes, and seniors can't afford electricity. The crisis of need is real, and it's growing, but there is hope. From every corner of our community, neighbors are stepping up to help. They are lifting people out of despair and hopelessness. They're helping children succeed in school, making our neighborhoods safer, and providing the resources families need to become more self-sufficient. They dream of a better future and a better way, made possible through United Way. Now is the time to stand up and make a difference. It's time to be the change you want to see in the world. It's time to live united. Because when children grow up healthy, families prosper, and our most vulnerable residents have a safe place to sleep and enough food to eat, we all win. There is a way. It's the United Way.
I'm David Fuller, President and CEO of SunTrust Central Florida and Chair of United Way's 2011-2012 campaign. With your generous support, last year United Way helped more than 345,800 Central Floridians in need. I'd like you to meet just a few. They all have inspiring stories to share. Their courage and determination shows why your support of United Way has never been more important.
My name is Robin, and I was born in New York. I was raised in a pretty strong-knit family. When I was 11, my mom passed away, and that was really hard on our family. Around that time is where I met my son's father. And, from the beginning, there was turmoil. He beat me so severely, grabbed my head, threw me into the walls, pushed me down in chairs, choked me. The bruises and everything will heal, but it's the internal scars that we have to, I just felt like that plus, taking care of a new baby. I felt like I really didn't want to live anymore. And I went to the kitchen and I got a knife and my son was in the crib. Sorry. He was in the crib and I didn't really for me to even go to the kitchen to get a knife, I grew up in church. Suicide is just not an option. When I knew I wanted to move out and be on my own, I called United Way 211, and they gave me a list of 3 possibilities. The last number I called was the Elizabeth House, which that phone call changed my life. The Elizabeth House has given me tools upon tools to become the woman I am today.
Our first challenges were when my wife got ill with cancer, and she could no longer work and provide more than a single income for our family. So it was really just up to me as a sole provider. After a 25-year career, I found myself without a job in a really terrible economy, and I tried my best to find a new job. But then I had a bit of a challenge because I was diagnosed with cancer. So for 7 months, I was unable to really do much of anything other than deal with that. And it was the first period where I couldn't take care of my family, We didn't have any money in the bank. The roller coaster was at the lowest end. One of the biggest problems is our power bill, because my wife suffers from multiple sclerosis, and she has a situation where she has to have the house a certain temperature or she experiences what they call an exacerbation. So we had a large power bill that we couldn't do much about. And, you know, I dialed 211. I knew about it, fortunately, and I hope more people are aware of it. They were able to connect me with the resources at Heart of Florida United Way, and they were able to help me. And it really helped me get through a period where, you know, I could not take care of my family. I needed help, and I got help. And I'm very grateful.
My mom was in prison. She was incarcerated for a while, and my grandmother died, so we went automatically to her sister. It was one summer, my aunt came to me and she was like, I'm gonna leave the kids with you for the summer, but we're gonna go to Georgia to live. I'm gonna go there, get everything situated, the house, job, and all that stuff. And I was like, that's fine, it's the summer. Yeah, her coming back to get them, that kind of never happened. So it was either take them in and raise them myself or send them to some type of foster home. And I wasn't really making any money. I was kind of struggling with my own 2 kids, having to get help from their grandmother and their dad. So it's like, I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this with 2 teenagers? I got to a point like I was about to give up. I didn't know what to do. I was like, we either gonna have no lights or nowhere to live at. And somebody told me about 211. I called them, and it was like a really, really big help. They helped me with my lights. I think it was maybe for maybe 2 months, I'm not sure, but they paid my rent for almost 8 months. And like, I don't know if it wasn't for that help, yeah, we'd probably be homeless. I feel like I've been struggling for so long. And when I talked to Miss Mercedes and she told me that they were gonna help me, I was just so overjoyed because I don't know, I feel like an old lady. I'm 28 years old and I have 2 kids of my own. And then I have my sister and brother. I'm like, you don't know, a lot of times I feel like I don't know how we're gonna even eat sometimes. And it's like ever since she helped me, I don't know, I'm so grateful and thankful. And like, if I could like just tell anyone like that help that I got from 211, it meant everything to me. I don't know what I would have done without it.